DeMarco here for Boss US, and I'm hanging out at Kraft Music here in Milwaukee. Make sure you check out their bundles. There's some great deals on accessories. All right, let's talk about the new ME-25, brand new. What is it? This thing is wonderful. This is a multi-effects pedal. All right, a multi-effects pedal. What is multi-effects? This means I can have all kinds of different pedals and sounds and effects and distortions and reverbs and choruses. All this stuff can happen all at once when I change to a different sound location, all right? Now, there's all kinds of different famous Boss pedals built inside here, and even other famous pedals. Now, the beauty of this piece is I don't have to tap dance on my pedal board anymore. All I have to do is hit one button, and I can have any combination of all that stuff you just heard me rattle off. All right, let's show you. Here's a clean sound, and with a nice chorus on it. One touch. And I'm in rocking, just like that. Okay, now, remember I said there's all these different sounds in there. How does this happen? How do we do this? Boss does this through COSM technology. That stands for Composite Objective Sound Modeling. In Japan, they have all the famous amps where they make these. And I tell you what, they measure them on computers and graphs, and they take that information, store it on software, and that software goes onto the chip, and that's what ends up in these. And that's how it's done. Now, let's talk about what we have. We have the preamps. I have Clean, Twin, Tweed. Those are all our Fender models. And then we have VO Drive, BG Lead, MS Vintage, MS Modern, 5150. Okay, then we have the R-Fire and the Ultra Metal. These are cool sounds. They cover the whole gamut of amplifiers. Now let's take a look at overdrives and distortions. The overdrives and distortions that are written on the face of the unit are the OD20, the famous Boss OD20. We've got the T-Screamer, that's famous. The blues, the distortion, the classic, the modern, the metal, the core, and the fuzz. So you're getting a lot of stuff there. Now, we also have effects like delay, a couple different kinds of delays. We've got a whole slew of modulation, flanger, phaser, chorus, univibe, and all this good stuff, octavers, reverbs. All right, now, you heard what's in it. Let's go in and let's listen to this stuff. In this area is our category. This is where we select from our sound library. So, I'm going to go into my clean. Now, after I do that, I can choose different cleans from my variation button. Some have effects on them, some don't. Some have different preamps. Now let's jump into the heavy category. All right, here we go. Let's listen to some of those. It has a chorus on it. All right, what else do we have? Let's check out our extreme mode. In this category, we get all kinds of different wild patches. Watch this one. This is a brand new one called Freeze, all right? And what it does is it assigns the effect to the expression pedal. Now, I'm going to play a chord, and then I'm going to tap down on the toe switch, and it's going to lock that pad sound down, and then I can play over it. hours of fun. Okay, let's go check out a couple more. Now, I think I have a nice octave. I want you to hear that. Right, the octave is assigned to this pedal. So now I have like a whammy pedal. Okay, now we have an octave up and octave down. You notice that this doesn't just have to be a defaulted volume pedal, but we've got, of course, the wah pedal when we touch the toe down. Now we have all these different effects that can be assigned there that you just saw. All right, there is pitch change too. Let's watch that. Okay, so it can track fast passages, and that's what the old ones never did, but this one can do it. All right, now we heard some of those. Let's see what else we got in here. Different types of distortions with different delays. So we saw a lot of different stuff here with the ME-25. Again, it's a multi-effects processor. We've got categories to pick our sounds from, all right, that are already built in there that we can find with our variation button. Now remember, I can go in and hit these two buttons and go into edit mode. So any patch you heard, you can change and make your own sound. Remember, there's 60 patches in here. So you can store all your favorite stuff. Different guitars sound different. They have 10 patches for one guitar, 10 patches for another guitar. That's how it's done. All right, as we go through these, you saw all the different amp models, all the different effects, delays, all the different modulations, flangers, choruses, reverbs, delays, rotaries, pitch shifters, all the overdrives, all the famous overdrives. All right, now, I'm going to go ahead and play an example for you. I also want to mention that there's a 40-second looper built inside this unit, which is wonderful. Now, everybody should have, every guitar player should have a loop machine. I tell you what, when I was learning, man, I wish I had that because I would have gotten so much better, so much faster, because I would have been forced to play in rhythm. What guitar players do, we want to rock the world before we learn the rudiments of music, and that backfires when we get to the band practice. So you have to learn on the job, and that's not always so fun. So if you can learn this skill playing to loop machines, you're going to go into a band practice with that already taken care of. So I'm going to go ahead and play an example of how I use a multi-effects unit and how I can be on one patch. One clean sound, switch to a dirty sound, and then I'm going to switch to a solo boost. All right, now I'm going to use a unit that we call E-Band. What this is, it has all kinds of tracks built in it. You can download WAV files and MP3s. It's got all kinds of cool stuff in it. My track is in there, and I'm going to start that track, and then we're going to be rocking. Okay, hey, thanks everybody for checking it out. I'm Johnny DeMarco here for Boss US. We're hanging out in Milwaukee at Kraft Music. Make sure you check out their bundles because you're going to save some dough. All right? See you next time.